important, and it means that art is linked to science. Education in the high medieval realm was finally integrally brought together in the original universities. University of Paris, University of Oxford, some of the northern Italian cities, Bologna, Ferrara. A university. Whereas the Renaissance transform of education was always that within those university expectations, there are poignant analytical critiquing lenses called colleges, and those colleges together form an ensemble of the arts and sciences. Now the fact is that in the 19th century, all of that was re-scrambled and reconfused, and so you find in usual institutions, large institutions, in our time, you find a mishmash of all of it together, and hardly anyone understands what anything really is for. But there are process forms of art that cannot work without the critique and the analytic coming into play, not so much on the basis of aesthetic theory, but on the basis of what you must be able to refine so that the presentation works. And one of the most important arts in this is architecture. You're going to have to build something that's going to stand up. And if you don't build it right, it won't stand. Another art form that is unforgiving for not understanding the importance of the critique, the way in which the analytic must refine the symbolic integral, and the way in which the art must be released is theater, the stage. If you misproduce a good play, you have a flop. And there's nothing worse, except maybe to have a building fall down, to have a play that just doesn't work. Everyone in the audience knows right away, this stinks. The play's the thing. And when a director is putting together a dramatic production, the first transform that happens is that you block out the movement of the characters on the stage floor, sometimes even with just chalk. And the first level of critique is to get people positioned so that their volumes and movements form the composition and the juxtapositions that is necessary to be the base to float the words, the language, the myth of the play. If the critique is sound, the production will be blocked out in such a way then that by the time that is assumed and assembled into the company as the way in which we're going to do this, then the lines have been learned by that time, and they are delivered with the rhythm of the critiqued blocking out. Now, if you see a consummate actor or actress, they are consummate because their language always is delivered from a solid base of their ritual comportment being dramatic. I remember one time seeing a production